Who's that? Commander Claw. Who's bad? Commander Claw.
So I am ecstatic to make this video. The new Final Fantasy set has definitely put out commanders that are Voltron commanders. And guess what? All these Voltron commanders have some new equipments that are worth adding to your deck. And I think they're not too crazy abusive or okay, I lied. These equipments are insane. I got 10 of them just for you. I'm your host, Commander Claw. Hey, stick around in this video, like, comment, subscribe. If you're new to the channel, just welcome. Let's get started. And you know, what's a Voltron commander from the Final Fantasy set without Cloud? And with that being said, let's talk about the Buster Sword. For 3 mana artifact equipment, equipped creature gets +3/+2. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Then you may cast a spell from your hand with mana value less than or equal to the damage without paying its mana cost. Equip 2. My God, this is just okay. First of all, it buffs your creature +3/+2. That's heavy. That's heavy. Then you get to draw a card, okay, when you deal damage to an opponent, and you get to cast a free spell. So if you do 5 damage to a player, you get to cast a 5 CMC or less. Okay, 5 CMC or less as an example. That's pretty amazing. Card draw, free spell, and buffing a creature for a total investment of 5 mana. That's insane. Moving on. So we got to talk about the Masamune, right? Obviously, if you know Final Fantasy, this is Sephiroth's weapon. And you knew they were going to make this card. So let's talk about it. For 3 mana, legendary artifact equipment. That means there can only be one on the battlefield, quote unquote. As long as the equipped creature is attacking, it has first strike and must be blocked if able. Okay, first strike and your creature must attack if able. That's good, right? Equipped creature has, if a creature dying causes the triggered ability of this creature or an emblem you own to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Equip for 2. So this is pretty rough for opponents. Yeah. Death triggers twice, and emblem triggers additional time. Emblems. So yeah, you're gonna put this in the Sephiroth one-winged Fable Soldier deck. But think about these other planeswalkers that have emblems. If you can trigger something an additional time, my God, that's just ugly. And this is just an investment of 5 mana, 3 to cast and 2 to equip. That's not a lot. I don't think it's a lot. I don't think it's a lot to do this. No. Moving on. So we got to talk about the Masamune, right? Obviously, if you know Final Fantasy, this is Sephiroth's weapon. And you knew they were going to make this card. So let's talk about it. For 3 mana, legendary artifact equipment. That means there can only be one on the battlefield, quote unquote. As long as the equipped creature is attacking, it has first strike and must be blocked if able. Okay, first strike and your creature must attack if able. That's good, right? Equipped creature has, if a creature dying causes the triggered ability of this creature or an emblem you own to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Equip. So this card I think is really sneaky. I don't think anybody's talking about it. It probably could get lost in the amount of cards that's listed in the Final Fantasy set. Let's talk about Ninja's Blades. For 2 and a black, artifact equipment, job select, pretty much you create a 1/1 hero creature and you attach Ninja Blades to it, right? But it says equipped creature gets +1/+1, is a ninja in addition to its other types, and has, whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, then discard a card. That player loses life equal to the discarded card's mana value. The Matsunokami is equipped to. So, to me, this card is literally Yuriko's Tiger Shadow, but you get to equip it, equip it to a creature, you know, equip it to a creature that's unblockable, right? Then discard a card with a heavy mana value, and that opponent loses that much life. That's literally Yuriko. So imagine the other creatures that are out there that could use this, or just add this to your Yuriko deck. My God, moving on. So please forgive me, I pronunciate this name wrong. Aettir and Priwen. For 6 mana total is a legendary artifact equipment. It says equipped creature has base power and toughness XX, where X is your life total, equip 5. Yeah, so for example, you have a life total of 40, your equipped creature is a 40/40, right? I'm trying to think where this card can be really, really devastating. A creature with high power and toughness. So, if you have a crazy power level, I'm thinking like two commanders. Baelith, the red commander that goes all your opponent's creatures if your opponent's creatures' power are less than his. Then Elinda the Dusk Rose, where she's an aristocrat commander, Orzhov, white and black. When she dies, you put that many vampire tokens on the battlefield. Ooh, yeah, yeah. There's a lot of commanders that could use this. All right, here we go. Combats. Genji Glove for 5 mana, artifact equipment. Equipped creature has double strike. I'm telling you, double strike is the most powerful keyword in the game. Whenever equipped creature attacks, if it's the first combat phase of the turn, untap it. After this phase, there's an additional combat phase. Equipped for 3 mana. Okay, so extra combats. Equipped creature has double strike. that's literally possibly double damage. Additional combat phase that could end games, and this is just on an artifact equipment. You could copy this artifact equipment. Gross. Additional combat phases. Okay. Yeah, and just a total investment of 8 mana to do that. And it can go in any deck. No brainer. Let's talk about Machinist Arsenal. I'm gonna put this in my Megatron deck. If you're new to the channel, you know Megatron Destructive Tyrant is my favorite commander. Like I said, I'll be releasing a video about him soon. For 4 and a white, Machinist Arsenal is an artifact equipment. Job select. When this equipment enters, create a 1/1 colorless hero token, then attach this to it. It also says equipped creature gets +2/+2 for each artifact you control, and is an artificer in addition to its other types. That's important. Artificer synergy. I'm thinking the Archimandrites. Is that right? Yeah, yeah. Anyway, Machina for equip 4, attached to target creature you control, equip only as a sorcery. Uh, Buffing your creature +2/+2 for each artifact you control is going to be disgusting. You know why this card costs 5 mana? Because it's really good. You know why it's really good? Because treasure tokens are artifact tokens. They're artifacts. So if you have 10 treasure tokens on the battlefield, whatever creature is equipped with this gets +20. +20. Treasure tokens. That's why this card is crazy. This is going in a lot of Boros commanders. I promise you. Promise you. Oh, then you have Smothering Tithe. Oh, come on, man. Moving on. So we have Magitek Scythe for 4 mana, artifact equipment. A test of your reflexes is the ability. When this equipment enters, you may attach it to target creature you control. If you do, that creature gains first strike until end of turn and must be blocked this turn if able. Equipped creature gets +2/+1, equip 2. This card is good for combat sorry, scenarios, right? Before you go to combat, you got to cast this. You got to cast this before combat. It's a free equip cost. It gives your creature first strike, and it must be blocked this turn. So you're going to be using that to target, not really target, but force your opponents to block with a creature they don't want to block with. And hopefully your creature's strong enough to remove that creature that you want removed because it has to be blocked. And first strike is that indicator to poke it and get rid of it. That's why this card is good. Otherwise, it's kind of, yeah. I think it's a pretty cool artwork, though. Moving on. Okay, I think this card is crazy. I really do. I really do. Red Mage's Rapier. For 1 and a red, artifact equipment, job select. Y'all know what job select is by now. It's a 1/1 hero token that comes into play and attach this equipment to it. Equipped creature has, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn and is a wizard in addition to its other types. equip 3. So in my mind, this is like a pseudo prowess ability that you can put on any creature. What any creature you have to have red in your color pip, but still being able to give prowess to creatures that usually don't have prowess. Let me think of one. Yeah, the commander that comes to mind is Redshift Rocketeer from the Aether Drift set. It's a goblin Gruul commander. Tap it, add X mana of any color of red or green equal to its power. So when you're casting non-creature spells, you literally can boost Redshift's power and just tap him to add that much mana, ultimately to do his exhaust ability. Yeah. So Excalibur II for 1 mana, legendary artifact equipment. Whenever you gain life, put a charge counter on Excalibur II. Equip creature gets +1/+1 for each charge counter on Excalibur II. Equip for 3. I like this this legendary artifact equipment because I like the ones that scale with the game. If you get this in your opening hand, play it on turn 1. And most likely you're going to be in a life gain type of deck anyway. So, when you're gaining life, throughout turns 3, 4, 5. You get to put that that charge counter on it. Then when you're ready, or when the time is right, you get to equip it, and your creature gets this huge buff. And it's also on the battlefield where your opponents know this is not the biggest threat yet. So it leaves them to thinking like, should I blow this up? Do I want this is not really worth blowing up now. But as the game progresses, bigger threats come out and they could possibly forget about Excalibur II. All right, we got the Ultima Weapon for 7 mana legendary artifact equipment. Whenever equipped creature attacks, destroy target creature and opponent controls. Creature removal, cool. Equipped creature gets +7/+7, equip 7. 7/7/7, Final Fantasy 7. Cool, 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 cool. What else I need to say? Creature removal +7/+7 is huge. Most likely, you're not going to pay 7 mana to equip this. This is going to be in a Voltron type of deck, and they have free equip costs and spells all day, all night long. So, thank you for watching this video on the top 10 equipments right now from the Final Fantasy set. Hopefully, it saved you some time from looking through the spoilers, and maybe you found a card that is brand new. But these cards are pretty awesome, and they are working well with the Voltron commanders that are coming out. Enough said. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Command the Claw. Peace.